UDPN. Channing, myself, other guys from the quant community, they call it, I guess we call each other Quamphy. I always wondered about that. I mean, that's what it's called. But we do, in my opinion, we do an excellent job of trying to keep you guys informed. So we probably talked your head off about the RLN. But who are some of the other ones in regards to TradeFi that will bring all this to fruition? The answer is the UDPN. Why did I mention that? Back to the whole thing of Rashid Ajaja, if I pronounce that right, from Nixera. So TradeFi, how does it evolve? Who's connected to that? Check this out. This is good stuff. This is the first video visualization of the day. And let's go ahead and pull that up. If you are brand new to the show, welcoming community here. This is probably going to be one of the longest shows we've ever done. This definitely ranks up there. So we hit the 4-hour and 20-minute mark, going the distance. Why is that? Because we feel extremely bullish on quant and its roadmap of where they're going. AI, referencing the charts, previous all-time highs, giving you actual data instead of fluff. Okay? But shout out to the one and only Fluffy Fluff in the banana hammocks if he watches the replay. All right, let's go ahead and pull this up. This is from David Creer. And why reference him? Well, what I want to show you guys is this thing about UDPN. So this is the next segment for quant. He explains what the UDPN is in 30 seconds. All right, let's go ahead and play this. Thanks for being here. Here we go.
Sure. So the Universal Digital Payments Network, or the UDPN for short, is a network which is looking at the future of finance, basically. So the idea is that we would use the network for the swapping and for the transfers of digital currencies, regulated digital currencies, so much shall I say. So this is stable coins at this point in time, because there really aren't that many CBDCs that are available. But in the future, it will be for CBDCs primarily, and also supporting some stable coins as well.
In the future, who is connected to that future? That's what I wanted to point out to you and why it's significant. And of course, I'm not going to just end it there. There's no way I'm just going to end it there. Channing, this will be good for you too. I know I didn't link you up on this because I didn't want to overload you with too many links. Let's get into the next visualization for you guys tonight on why it all matters. I have fast forward to a key part of this particular conference. You guys know me. I do this. And so let's go ahead and share this. How long ago was it? I'll share that with you guys here in a second. But it's this right here. It mentions Digital Euro Association. Okay. This was back in November 28th of 2023. Digital Euro Association had an episode, it's called episode 5, UDPN, launched to support what? The RLN, supported regulated digital currency payments, but basically through things like the RLN. You have, for instance, this episode, it interviews certain people, but Universal Digital Payments Network, UDPN, I apologize, I said RLN, but this is a different thing that incorporates quants. It's a big deal. And I want you guys to see this because it's going to give you an idea of the bigger picture and why we're putting so much emphasis on quant tonight. So you're going to see this guy. His name is Tim Bailey. And basically speaking, he is the vice president of global business and operations, which is, with Red Date Technology. If you choose to nerd it out, look into him. In fact, I might be able to give you a brief preview for a second. But he is kind of a big deal. And I don't know, why is that not loading up? Hold on a second. Let me see. Let's see if I just load that up on a different tab. Oh, nope, it's not going to do it. So let's go to the site. Actually, it might. Hold on a second. All right, LinkedIn. It might prompt me something. Aha! Okay. Why share this? Boom. Here's your thing. Okay. This is juicy. Okay. Tim Bailey, vice president of what? Global business operations. And look what's referenced again. Hong Kong. You ever notice something very interesting here, Channing? Hong Kong is going gangbusters, are they not, for Web3?
Absolutely. Actually.
Yeah, especially the whole thing of JASMY. So that was big. So we're going to get into this, okay? We're definitely going to get into this. And I thought I'd at least show you that. So let's go ahead and jump back. And let's go ahead and play this because, yes, the UDPN launched to support regulated digital currency payments. What is this all about? Listen to what he has to say. This is in regards to the model technical solution presentation. But yes, look, what also mentions here before we play it. Hold on, let me full screen it. Mentions UDPN allows any entity to initiate transfer and swaps, back to that 3-second example, of digital currency such as regulated stablecoins, CBDCs for cross-border payments. But again, where we take it in the future for CBDCs, UDPN does not serve end users directly, rather originates payments through IT systems, solving the challenge of interoperability. Okay, good. Again, quant, and you're going to find out why that is here in a second. Last part, UDPN is a decentralized governance environment that supports third-party smart contracts application deployment. That is the definition of quant. And the execution for value-added financial payment-related services. Did I just reference something that says quant without saying quant? Yes, but can I actually show you some more? Absolutely. We're going to play this. Here we go. Thank you so much for being here.
Members. The other thing that is unique about the UDPN is that when you look at legacy payment networks or payment messaging networks, mostly what they do is they transmit data from bank A to bank B to bank C. The UDPN is unique in that it has an application layer or a runtime layer that enables a bank or a payment service provider or any type of business to deploy their own smart contract-based value-added services. So imagine, a bank that wants to deploy their own foreign exchange smart contract-based service, or a cross-institutional KYC based service. So
if you've been injured in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead.
Deploy their own smart contract-based value-added services. So imagine, a bank that wants to deploy their own foreign exchange smart contract-based service, or a cross-institutional KYC based service. So we think that one of the things that's important about the UDPN and really valuable for the industry is it provides a platform for innovation for banks and other players to bring new ideas and new services to be able to execute over the UDPN. Next, Stefan. So this is a simple diagram of the UDPN architecture. What you have on the right side are transaction nodes, and transaction nodes would be operated by central banks or regulated stablecoin operators. And so transaction nodes would be customized to the unique technologies or unique requirements of each central bank digital currency or regulated stablecoin. So think of a transaction node as the way that digital currencies are onboarded onto the UDPN. On the left-hand side, you have what we call business nodes. And so business nodes would be operated by commercial banks, payment service providers, really, any type of enterprise. And think of the business node as the gateway to all of the digital currencies that have been onboarded onto the UDPN. So that kind of middle layer where you have the UDPN network and the application layer are the blockchain portion of the network. So actually the transaction nodes and the business nodes are actually off-chain for security reasons. So the blockchain layer is what we have in the center there. Each member of the UDPN alliance would operate a validator node in the network. And there's also a read-only transaction audit and reporting nodes that can be operated by regulators like central banks in order to do transaction audit and reporting on their specific currencies. The top layer, or the application layer, is what I was referring to earlier in my earlier slide, where there will be a set of UDPN kind of basic official services for basic functions like transfer, swap, DID. And then that red box is where other companies, third parties, banks are able to deploy their own smart contract-based value-added services to perform functions that they think will bring value to their customers. So we think that that's one of the aspects of that we've thought a lot about when we designed the UDPN is enabling having an innovation layer where others in the industry could bring new ideas and innovate and bring new services.
That should say it all. You finally have an example from somebody that's part of the bigger picture, literally explaining everything that we were hoping that Quant would do through an actual person, giving the examples. This is why we bring you all this deep dive content. You know, it's understanding. It's not like, and this no knock on anybody else out there, right? But it's not just giving fluff. It's saying, look, who is this? And they're connected to who? And they do what? And this is tied in Overledger, and then Overledger is enabling this particular country or central bank of this country do this, and these guys are part of that. And it's just like, yes, that's where interoperability all comes through. And how much is that going to be worth? When you talk about mass adoption, if you truly understand mass adoption and the technology is tied into it, then all these people, they're like, oh, Quant's not really moving. You know, it's up a couple bucks. Or recently, oh, wow, you know, it's up to almost $140. I'm not into Quant for $140. I'm not into Quant for $200, $500, $1,000. Maybe some of you guys are, and that's fine. I'm into it for absolutely life-changing generational wealth because I understand the greater, bigger picture of things. Channing, a lot of the guys from the
Absolutely.
the Quamphy fans, the same goes. Yes, yeah. So, what did you think with that so far? I mean, to have somebody from the the UD, what's it called? All these terminology, UDPN, to actually share that in a conference. So glad somebody recorded that.
It's crazy. It's too many acronyms, but
There is too many acronyms. I totally agree.
but
all
it's
right.
crazy. But it also gives you, I'm not gonna say hope, but it does almost a little bit of hopium for the future. Like, wow, it's not just us thinking these things. These things are actually happening. These foundations that we talk about being laid are actually laid and being built on top of, which is actually pretty amazing.
Some of you guys ask what cold storage solution I use. I use this, and it is the Decent wallet. All right. I also, of course, have a ledger like this. All right. You can get a discount basically from going into the affiliate link, which is in all the live video descriptions and recorded and so on. And for the yahoos that are out there, they're like, this is just a shield. And, you know, Will Fix pointed this out, and it's a great point. Were you aware that you don't necessarily get a discount link just going straight to the site? No, you actually have to go through a platform like this. So how cool is that? You know, I don't think anybody's complaining about that. But anyway, use the link, get a discount. There's another one here. If you're the type of person you want to get one for you and your significant other, you can get two of them. They actually have another promotion, which is this, and I think this is cool. You can get an all-in-one card wallet plus backup card package. Interesting. I thought that was cool. And again, one of the main key things I like about the Decent wallet is not having to do the red tape of jumping through all the hoops for XDC and the custom folder. I mean, Edward Vincent can vouch on that. Some of you guys can too as well in regards to Ledger. That was a pain in the butt. You don't have that problem. You literally open up your phone, it's on your app, track everything that's going on, right? And saying goes, not your keys, not your crypto. You know the drill. Check it all out though if you wish to do so. It is truly the cold storage solution that I use for the most part. There's still some on Ledger that I kind of split it up on it and so on. So it is what it is. But if I have preference over one, I'm going with this one. A lot easier to use and so on. And some people, even to this day, still ask me which one to use.